Good morning, everyone. My name's Tori Stephens, and I'm a Rural Action member and former AmeriCorps VISTA from 2006 to 2009. I came to Rural Action fresh from my undergraduate studies at OU, and at that time I really had no idea whatsoever what community development meant. So I look back on my years at Rural Action as really formative ones, and years that were an important extension of my education. I remember sitting in my VISTA orientation around a long table in Trimble and hearing Tom Redfern describe Rural Action's approach, which he explained as the three-legged stool of development, that communities, economies, and environments all needed balance and nourishing. And then I remember months later when Candy Witham did an asset-based community development training for my VISTA group. She explained that it was better to focus on the things you have to build upon rather than on the things you're lacking. And I remember that really being a light bulb moment for me. And then as a team, we held a series of listening sessions in communities like Gloucester and Corning, and I learned how you could involve stakeholders in thinking about alternative futures. And then very quickly, bringing together all of these ideas, I suddenly had this framework for community development, and I could understand what it actually meant. I had this new way of approaching problems I encountered and the actual tools for trying to make the world a better place. Being a VISTA member at Rural Action also showed me the personal value of national service. I was really inspired by my fellow VISTA members and motivated by the work that we'd been able to accomplish together. So I applied for the Peace Corps, and a month after I finished at Rural Action, my husband and I set off for the Philippines as natural resource management extension workers. Working with fishermen's organizations there, I began to see so many connections with the work I had been doing in Appalachian, Ohio. I was able to put together all this new knowledge about community development in coordination with my local partners there. And so many of the things I had learned through Rural Action's sustainable agriculture, forestry, and watershed programs were transferable there, just in a different ecosystem. Most notably, I saw the very tangible connections between Rural Action's energy program and its focus on climate change, and the very real consequences of sea level rise in the coastal communities I was working with in the Philippines. I saw that Rural Action's work in one corner of Ohio was not in isolation. It was part of a thread that ran through vulnerable communities all around the globe. So I saw that while the causes of climate change are global in nature, so too need to be the solutions and the replication of best practices. I've been really encouraged then to see Rural Action represented in larger fora such as the Clinton Global Initiative, the White House Rural Council, because Rural Action really has valuable insights that need to be shared and discussed on a larger stage. When colleagues ask me how I got started in development work, I tell them about this organization in rural Ohio. I explain that it is and was a development space that fosters ideas and puts them into action, while contributing to a larger revitalization picture for a region that's often overlooked. It's been great watching the growth of Rural Action's program since I departed from afar, and I'm hopeful for the good work that's ahead. In just a few short years, I've seen how programs like the Appalachian Ohio Zero Waste Initiative has grown from a few AmeriCorps members digging through trash at a music festival into a full-fledged, robust program. And it's been really great also seeing the environmental education work evolve from watershed day camps once a year, as it was in my time, into a program that's filling essential knowledge gaps in local schools. I'm certain that I would not be on the path I'm on now if not for my years at Rural Action. It was a place that really encouraged in me a hope that neighbors can work together to find solutions to their most pressing problems. And it was a real community that cared about making the world a better place. It motivated me and mentored me, helping me develop roots in service work. So after 6 years in national service programs, I'm now in graduate studies at Harvard University's Kennedy School of Government, and next fall I'll be starting with the Department of State's Foreign Service. I'll be taking so many lessons with me in things like interdependence and resilience that have their origins at Rural Action. I'm really thankful for that. I will continue to stay involved with Rural Action as a member, as a volunteer, knowing that this one-of-a-kind organization is tackling some really challenging yet urgent issues that have a reach that is much larger than the Appalachian region alone. Knowing that you are all there today and that you are imagining possibilities for revitalization together continues to give me hope and inspiration from afar.